If you are looking into buying cheap and safe FIFA coins, look no further than footcoinshop.net. They have the fastest service, an incredible loyalty reward system, and the best prices around. Use my creator code Inception when you sign up for your account and get a 5% discount with your order. Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the new Kyle Walker to take a look at. Guys, we unlocked the card on the RTG account, so while playing the game normally, we'll be able to test him out as well, because we are going to be doing a review for a 4-3-3 bracket 5 at some point that is not top tier meta, but you'll be able to play authentic football. Because guys, let's be honest, all of the authentic formations are not the best formations to use in this game. It's the ratty, linear, garbage play style that usually is, right? So just food for thought. Kyle Walker, guys. An interesting card. We're taking a look at someone who is 6 foot tall, high work rates, 3-star skills, 2-star weak foot, mostly lengthy player while being right-footed. With this card in-game, playstyles-wise, he now has the Quick Step Plus. So what's interesting to check out with this card is the Quick Step Plus, because on an anchor chemistry style, right, he gets certain boosts on the card. So you could see here that if you have the card on an anchor, he is a mostly lengthy player when it comes to that running animation, right? However, there is a situation here where maybe I don't want to boost the physical, because look at where his defense is when it comes to interceptions and stuff, right? So maybe giving him a shadow chemistry style might not be a bad situation, because imagine having a Quick Step Plus with an even higher acceleration while still working with basically mid 80s and then high 90, or not high 90, but 90 for jumping for physical capabilities, right? So whatever direction you go in, right, is really going to depend on you and what you notice the most. But for me, I definitely need to try the card out on the anchor, because if the quick step really compensates for the lower acceleration, that's going to be a W to work with, especially since you get that massive physical boost, right? So a very key thing to look at when it comes to Kyle Walker. Another thing to mention with this card is that people have already leaked the fact that he is in Team 2, apparently. But one thing that I really need to mention is that this card is a card that was 75k, especially if you had him as a first owner. In my case, he's not a player that I can sell, right? He was just a first owner in my club. And the price of the actual evolutions is 75k, and then you could potentially improve it in the future, depending on what they do in the future, right? But with a new Kyle Walker, it's probably going to be way more expensive on the market compared to a 75k for a card that is probably going to be better for sure. But that difference is very important to mention, right? But with Kyle Walker, guys, it should be an interesting card to try out. The main thing for me, right, is that agility and balance. I want to see how that feels now with the improvements, because again, I'm using a 4-3-3 with both of the fullbacks basically doing whatever they want, right? So it's going to be very important to see what he's like on the push forward, on the comeback, and all that good stuff, right? So, yeah, we'll see how the card performs in game. Hopefully, he is a beast.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. My name is Derek Ray, and ready with his tactics board to provide all the analysis.
Nice team to start off. Oh, he be fast though, eh? That through ball? What is that? This game is just, whew. Whew, okay. I'll collect that. Oh, bad. I'll take a penalty. Is Walker the one that's taking it? I'm gonna go bottom left. There we go. I'll take it. Track back was good enough there. Good job, Walker. Oh. Oh, I should have made the extra pass, because in this game you got to do that. Penalty again. Penalty again. I'm gonna go bottom right this time. I should have gone bottom left again. Bottom left has been good for me, and I don't go there. Oh, Kyle Walker. I don't really think I did much there, to be honest. The initial pass was good. Wasn't like special, because there's some players that can make some crazy passes in those angles, but first time pass. Use the lengthy there. A little bit of that. Bang. Bang. First time. Meta goal. Cool, cool. We'll take that. Dumb deflections. He lost the ball, but put enough pressure on the guy to throw him off. We'll take that. Nicely done, Walker. Oh, we're good, we're good. Not fast enough to do his duty there. We'll take that. I don't like it, man. That's the only way I'm gonna get like an opening is a counter attack with a fast player. Go Walker. Passing's not the craziest there for that situation. Please, goalkeeper. I don't know what just happened right there. The thing is that the agility and balance has been improved, but he still feels physical. And in this game, I'm going to tell you guys this right now, it is way better to have players that can dribble in that side position. Go, Walker. Oh, quick to get that ball right away. Pass it off. There we go. Nicely done. Pass it off. To get that quick, yep. Pressure tactics, we have to... Go Walker. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the new Kyle Walker card. So, guys, let's talk about the evolutions, right? So with the evolutions version of Kyle Walker, it is a card that you have to pay, what was it, 75k, I think, for this card? I already forgot because I'm doing so many different things, right? 75k for this card. Okay, so here's what I'm going to mention to you guys, okay? With this card, on an anchor chemistry style or a shadow, the lengthy part of the card definitely pushes some pretty decent pace out of the card, okay? While offering a physical presence too, because he's a 6 foot tall player. He has a unique body type in game, but his unique body type is a very physical one, okay? With that being said, this is a card that you have to use on a stay back while attacking, maybe an overlap instruction as well, because of the lengthy pushing him forward and coming back. For me personally, the main problem with Kyle Walker, and this is just for me personally, I just prefer to have fullbacks that can dribble a little bit better on the attack, because in this game, it is very side position based when you are attacking, okay? When you have fullbacks that can pass the ball, when you have fullbacks that can dribble with the ball, I feel like that's a really huge thing. So the best example of this is obviously Llorente, right? So Marcus Llorente's card, I don't even know what the Winter Wildcard version is like. Oh, he has an 81 physical by base stats. Interesting. Anyways, the Evolutions version of this card, right? The Centurion's box to box. What makes this card such a good right back? When you give this card an anchor nowadays, right, after that upgrade, he actually has physical stats while working with defense and working with pace, while being a lean body type player, blah, blah, blah. But you have to understand, it's like using a midfielder that has good defensive animations in the right back position that also has a bunch of crazy stuff, right? Whipped pass, rapid, quick step, relentless, bruiser, pinged pass, right? Bunch of craziness. For me, this card is clear, right? If we're going to be doing a comparison, I just like this card more. For my general build-up play, pushing forward, and even on the defensive areas, I would rather just use this in a general sense, right? And the fact that you can change his positions is crazy. That's why I told you guys in that video, this is probably going to be the only card where I tell you from Evolutions where it's like, hey, it's going to be worth the money right off the bat, okay? So with Llorente having all those playstyles and that being a really big deal, for me, it makes the card a superior right back in that sense. Because on the attack, guys, the agility, balance, and composure working with the height and unique body type of the card, it works a certain way where it's a little bit annoying to attack with him because he moves like a truck, okay? Truth be told, he really does. And the problem is, guys, is that when you're playing this game, especially if someone activates any sort of pressure tactics, right? They're even harder to move with because pressure tactics makes your attackers feel even worse. So that part specifically, when it comes to the attack, it is annoying to work with. And it needs to be said because he's obviously received a massive agility balance and boost on the card, 100%. But it's still annoying, okay? Because his playstyle in game needs to be a stay back while attacking player. If you have a 4-3-2-1 and one of your fullbacks is on the attack and the other one is on the defense, this is the one that needs to be on the defense, okay? Because pushing forward with him around the 18-yard box is nice because of the lengthy part of the pace really pushing him in behind the defense. That's the part that's sick. But it's the dribbling part where a lot of emphasis, that's where it gets a little bit annoying. But for me, when I had him on the overlap instruction, I will say AI-wise, and when you're controlling the card, that pace is, you know what I'm saying? It's pace, but it's also pace with physical too. And in certain situations, having that physical is really nice. Like I said, comparison-wise, in the right back position, I do prefer Llorente. I'm probably going to prefer Llorente over a lot of the right backs in the game in general. But guys, in my opinion, you cannot go wrong with this Kyle Walker card at 75k because he still performs very well in this game, right? The boost has definitely been a very necessary upgrade on the card, especially in the agility and balance department, because it was significantly worse before. It feels slightly better now, but you still feel it. That's the type of thing with him, right? So if I'm going to go like meta for meta, I'd rather have one card over the other, obviously, but they're also cards that provide different types of links. I can't give you a comparison between this card and someone like Reece James because I've never tried it, but I think that'd be a pointless comparison because if you go to Reece James, this card is like what, 300k or something, 360k, right? So you're going to compare that to a 75k Evolutions that you could potentially improve in the future. Because here's the thing, man. Who knows if they actually ever end up doing like an agility and balance boost on the card yet again? We don't know, right? Generally speaking, for the evolutions, guys, we've kind of reached a point where it might be really ideal to go in the sentimental route for fullbacks, especially for people that can attack as well as defend, for base mechanics that you notice. If you're going to be spending your money on certain cards that you see really, really being nice in the future that you know are not going to get any sort of promo cards, because as of right now, Walker is leaked for Team 2, okay? So it doesn't really matter because he's still going to be significantly more than the 75k. Like, he's not going to cost 75k on the transfer market. Like, I think he's going to be in the hundreds of thousands, in my opinion. So it's still a good evolution card to get. The only thing you have to be mindful of is when you are attacking with him. He does feel like a truck when it comes to the dribbling, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoy this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.